Hello everyone, welcome to today's deck profile. Today we're doing Blackwings. This is a deck that truly needs no introduction. It's been a fan favorite for years, and it recently got support in Darkwing Blast. Without further ado, let's just hop right into it. First off is 3 copies of Blackwing, Simoon, the Poison Wind. He has the effect that if you have him in your hand, you can banish another Blackwing from your hand, activate a Black Whirlwind from deck, and then normal summon him. This will allow you to immediately search with that Black Whirlwind. He is a great starter card for the deck, and an absolute 3 of. Next, a new card from Darkwing Blast is Sudri the Phantom Glimmer. You're going to want to play 3 copies of him. If he's normal summoned, you can add a card that mentions Blackwing Dragon from your deck to your hand, and you contribute 1 Blackwing monster to summon a Blackwing or a Phantom Glimmer token, which is a Wing Beast level 2 Dark Tuner. Then you take 700 damage, and you are locked into Synchro Monsters for this turn. He's usually the one you want to spend your second normal summon on after you've gotten to your level 6 Synchro, but we will get to that later. Next, we're playing 3 Chris the Crack of Dawn. This is just one of your higher attack normal summons. He also specials himself if you control another Blackwing. So he's a really great, 1900 beat stick, and once per turn, it can't be destroyed by spell or trap effects, so not too bad of a card. Moving on to a classic, I play 3 copies of Blackwing Bore the Spear. If you control another Blackwing, you can special summon Bore the Spear, and it can inflict piercing. It has 1700, so if you need to normal summon it for Black Whirlwind, you can, but it's just a good generic special summon for the deck. Next up, another new guy from Darkwing Blast. 3 copies of Shamal the Sandstorm. While it's in your hand, you can discard it to add, or rather place, a Black Feather Whirlwind face up from your deck to your spell and trap card zone. Then, if you Synchro Summon while he's in the graveyard, you can banish this card to add a Blackwing in your grave to your hand and then take 700 damage. So, really great way to make sure you get to your pieces. He's also a level 4 tuner, which is really great to have in a Synchro-based deck. Another Darkwing Blast card. Play 2 Vada, Emblem of the Wandering. He has the effect that if you control Blackwing, you can special summon him, and then you can send him and 2 other Blackwings from your deck to equal 8 to Synchro Summon a Blackwinged Dragon from your extra deck. However, you are locked into Dark Monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn, but you don't have to worry about that. He is a fantastic card, level 2, low attack, so if you have to get him off of your Dark or your Black Whirlwind, you don't have to worry about him. Next, another Darkwing Blast card, Chinook the Snow Blast. We're playing 2 of it. It is an effect veiler from hand. By discarding this and sending a Blackwing from your extra deck, you can negate a monster's effects and lower its attack by 700. It becomes a quick effect if you control a Dark Synchro monster. So if you're going first, this is a hand trap during your opponent's turn, which is really great. So Chinook is fantastic to play it too. Playing 2 copies of Gale the Whirlwind. Gale, another absolute classic. If you control another Blackwing, you can special Gale. Then you can target 1 monster in the field and have its current attack and defense. Great card, level 3, Dark Tuner, so you can do some stuff with it. This card, I feel like I shouldn't have to explain. It's Kalut. Playing 2 of it. If you don't know what Kalut is, I highly recommend watching Alex Simo. I will not be explaining Kalut. 1 Zephyros Elite, you usually send him off of your Vada so that you can bounce one of your Whirlwinds back to the hand and get a free special summon. 1 Uroshi the Squall. He's one of the ones that specials from hand if you control another Blackwing. If it's sent to the grave for Synchro material, you can change a battle position of a monster. Blizzard the Far North is a level 2. When it's a normal summon, especially level 4 lower Blackwing from your grave. He's great to kind of get yourself back in the game if you need to. 1 Vayu, you can banish this and another card from your grave to special summon a Blackwing Synchro monster from your extra deck, whose level equals the total levels of banished monster, but its effects are negated. He's kind of a one-of. You want to use him after you've used your Zephyros Elite to summon your Sohaya the Rainstorm. Last monster we're playing is one Gladius Midnight Sun. If you control Blackwing, you can special summon it, and once per turn it can't be destroyed by battle. This one you really want to use with your Gale to get to the level 6 Synchro. That's it for the monsters. It is a very large monster lineup, but most of them are very needed to play through your combo. One of the best cards in the deck, Black Whirlwind. If a Blackwing is normal summoned, you can search your deck for a Blackwing with less attack than that monster has. This is the one that you grab off of Simoon, and then you can immediately search one with less than 1600 attack. So Black Whirlwind is an absolute 3 of, no doubt. I play 3 copies of Raptor Wing Strike. You can target one Blackwing you control, shuffle it into the deck, and then add a different Blackwing from your deck to your hand. This is really good if you use your Simoon this turn. You can shuffle it right back in and grab another one. That's a little more helpful for the situation, let you synchro summon a little better. Next, this one you could play 3 of. I play 2. It's Black Feather Whirlwind. If you special summon a Dark Synchro monster from the extra deck, you can target one Blackwing or Blackwing Dragon that's banished or in your grave with less attack than the special summon monster to special summon it. And if a dark monster is destroyed by battle or card effect, remove a black feather counter from your field instead. So not only is it extension, but it's also protection. I really like this card. This is a new one from Darkwing Blast. Really helps as you're going through your combo. For the traps, play 1 Twin Shadow. It lets you synchro summon by shuffling 2 Blackwings, 1 tuner, 1 non-tuner, from your banished or grave back into the deck or extra deck. And if you control 2 or more Blackwings, it's activatable from hand. Delta Crow Anti-Reverse. If you control a Blackwing monster, destroy all face-down spell and traps your opponent controls. And if you control 3 Blackwings, you can activate it from hand. Another great card if you're going against a trap deck. Black Sonic. If your opponent's monster declares an attack on a Blackwing monster you control, banish all face-up attack position monsters your opponent controls. If you control 3 Blackwings and no others, you can activate this from hand. And Blackbird Close. If your opponent activates a monster effect, send 1 Blackwing you control to the grave to negate the activation, destroy it, and then special Blackwing Dragon from your extra deck. If you control a Blackwing Synchro monster or Blackwing Dragon, you can activate this card from your hand. And that's it for the main deck. Like I said, very monster-heavy deck, but you do need a lot of those to kind of get through your plays. Moving on to the extra. We start with 2 copies of Sohaya the Rainstorm. When it's synchro summoned using a Blackwing monster, it becomes a tuner. And once per turn, when this card is synchro summoned, you can special an Assault Blackwing from your graveyard. And if you have 2 of these in your grave, the turn it was summoned, you can banish one to special the other. Once again, great way to continue your plays. No Thumb the Starlight. This is a great card. When it's special summoned, inflict 800 damage to your opponent, so if you're going into time. It also has the effect that you have an extra normal summon of a Blackwing, meaning you can get a second activation of your Black Whirlwind per turn. So No Thong is absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend playing this card at 1, if not 2. A new one from Darkwing Blast, Storm the Wicked Wind. When it's summoned, you can send a Blackwing from your deck to the grave, and this becomes that level. It's a dark synchro tuner monster, which is fantastic for your boss monster that we'll get to later. And if it destroys a monster by battle, you can special summon 1 Blackwing from your graveyard. So, not a bad card. We're playing 1 Assault Blackwing Raikyuri the Rain Shower. He can destroy cards your opponent controls, equal number of Blackwings you control. And Chidori. Chidori gains 300 for each Blackwing in your grave. And then if this is destroyed by battle and sent to the grave, you can summon another Wing Beast Synchro monster from your graveyard. Obsidian Hawkjoe. He has the effect when he's summoned. You can special summon a 5 or higher Wing Beast from your graveyard. If your opponent activates a card or effect that targets, or when your opponent targets this card for an attack, you can move that attack target to something else. so he's really great protection on the field. Blackwing Armor Master, you're rarely going to go into this guy, but it's cool to always have him, especially if you have your Hawkjoe out and you make them attack into it. Armor Master can't be destroyed by battle, and you take no battle damage from battles involving your Blackwing Armor Master. And at the end of the damage step, this card attacked a monster, place a wedge counter on it. You can remove all wedge counters from your opponent's monsters, and the attack and defense of those monsters becomes 0. It's a battle trick, but it's one of those cards that's just so iconic that I gotta play one. One copy of Silverwind the Ascendant. When it's summoned, you can destroy 2 monsters on the field with less defense than this card has attack, but it can't attack that turn. This is great if you're going first and you use your Twin Shadow to summon it on your opponent's turn to remove 2 of their monsters. Next up, Blackwing Dragon. This is a one-of. It's mainly for either your Close or your Vada to ensure that you can continue your combo and summon the new boss monster, which is Blackwinged Assault Dragon. This card has the effect that it can be special summoned by banishing a Synchro Tuner and a Blackwing Dragon from your field and or grave. Each time your opponent activates a monster effect, place a black feather counter on this card when that effect resolves. When you do, inflict 700 damage to your opponent. During your opponent's turn, you contribute this card with 4 or more black feather counters to destroy all cards in the field. Its removal, it puts your opponent kind of on a clock. They can only play so many cards before it becomes a problem. I play 2 copies of Full Armor Master because you can usually get into it twice. So one for first up, one for follow-up. Unaffected by either card's effect, it's a Towers, and it can steal your opponent's monsters if they activate their effects. And finally, this is more of a spice card, but I enjoy it. One Onimaru the Divine Thunder. This guy has the effect that when he's summoned, it's treated as a tuner. You can target one Blackwing in the grave, and this card's level becomes the same level as that monster's. If this card is Synchro summoned, using only Synchro monsters, attacks, he gains 3,000 attack during damage steps. This is kind of a closer. You get a big punch with this guy. So I do really like playing the one Onimaru. That's all I have for today. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, and comment what you want to see next.